Yo, you know what it is, man. Sauce on everything. Thanks for tuning in. Let me get on my. Well, a couple things I need to attend to right quick. Let me get on Twitch. And my Twitch people in here. What up, Twitch? Like, what up, bitch? But I'm really saying Twitch. I'm not saying bitch. But it sounds like bitch, right? It sounds like, what up, bitch? Crazy. All right, so you know what this is, man. Sauce on everything. Thank you guys for stopping by. We appreciate the love. Make sure you guys click the link in the bio, like, subscribe, know what to do. So, I wanted to get on here and speak about a couple things that I came across today. This is the first thing I want to talk about is this young lady right here. So, if you don't know who she is, I believe all right, February 10th. So this happened February 10th. This is where this young lady was homeless, sleeping in her car. You know, it was blistering cold around those times. And unfortunately, you know, somehow the story was that her couple of her children froze and passed away. Now, that was the story February 10th. And that has been the story up until now. Because this is the first time me hearing them. You know, right now it's saying Detroit police have submitted a warrant request to the Wayne County Prosecutor's Office following the deaths of the two children, Amalia Curry, 2, and Darnell Curry, Jr., 9, who were found unresponsive in a van parked at the Hollywood Casino parking garage in Greektown on February 10th. The family, including their mother, Tatiana Williams, had been living in the van due to homelessness when the vehicle ran out of gas. It led to freezing temperatures inside. Initial reports suggest hypothermia as the cause of death, but autopsies later confirmed carbon monoxide poisoning. So, you know, in the type of country we live in, the type of world that we live in, I don't like unless I'm there to see it. A lot of times I don't like when it comes to the government and it comes to the shit that the police do and the government does and shit like that. Like unless I was there to actually see the government do this shit, I don't trust them. I don't believe a lot of this stuff that they feed us. You know, I tend to do my own research and try to find my own information about certain things. But that's me. Everybody's not like that. So, when I first heard this story, it was sad. I think everybody felt the same way. Like it was heartbreaking. And I think this might be a time where we question putting information out before autopsies are done. Like literally, like we don't need to be telling people or saying how people died if we literally don't know how they died. You understand? Like, why would people put out a post saying that these children died from hypothermia and from freezing when there's no proof of that? But it's on every news station. It's on every blog. It's on every, outlet. And they haven't done an autopsy yet. So, with that being said, let's rewind back to when this happened, right? So when this happened, like I said, everybody was devastated. They were sad. And I remember this, and I could probably find it, but I remember that because of her tragedy, they said that the city of Detroit said that they were going to bless her with a home for the rest of her life. Like, we're going to give you a house to live in forever. Like, so this will never happen to you again. As well as probably like an apology, kind of like a way of saying sorry for not helping you with your homelessness with your 4 children, right? So boom. So she had a house coming that was, I guess, would be fully furnished, fully paid for, and she would not have to pay rent or anything on it, or a mortgage or anything. Which, in all actuality, I thought was awesome. I mean, being in that type of position, I can't even imagine being homeless and having to live out my car with my kids and stuff like that. Like, that's something that no person should have to go through, especially in, one of the richest countries in the world, as well as, land of the free and all this other bullshit that we supposed to be, opportunities and all this other shit. But it seems like I think that we're the only country that even, has a big homeless population. Like, I think other countries take care of there's no homeless people because there's a bunch of different things that they do to help their citizens to make sure that they don't go homeless. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, that's a totally different subject. But yeah, so now after they done promised her a house and, saying that she can, she gonna live here forever for free and all this other good stuff. Now we come back with an autopsy. Like, oh, well, the autopsy is saying that they didn't freeze to death. They actually died from carbon monoxide. And, okay, so what? Because first off, you were wrong when you said that they died from, whoever put that information out, they were wrong about that. So now you're coming back saying that they died from carbon monoxide poisoning. Okay, that sucks. Okay, but who are you searching? Who are you trying to get the warrant for? I mean, unless they're trying to get the warrant for the casino. Because in my opinion, they couldn't be getting it for her, because how could she poison them with monoxide? Their car was out of gas. There was no gas in their car. So there was no way for any carbon monoxide to even get in their car from the inside, because there's no gas. Like, you gotta have, I believe you have to have gas in the car in order for carbon monoxide to be, to be present. So now what? Because the reason that they're putting this out there is because they're trying to say, like, they're going to put a warrant out, or they're going to probably be looking to arrest her. And I'm like, I don't think they should be arresting her. I don't think she's the one who needs to be arrested at this time. Honestly. And why my picture ain't changed? Give me a second, guys. I'm tripping. Hold on. What is going on here? Which screen are you capturing? You gotta be capturing this screen up here, but you're not moving with the. You don't move now? Like, what is this? This is weird. For some reason, guys, my screen isn't. I'm gonna have to look into this because I don't know what's going on. But anyways, so there's a couple slides on here. One of the slides is, them saying they believe that the kids have, actually killed by carbon monoxide poisoning. And if there was some carbon monoxide poisoning, I think they're gonna have to look into the casino. Like, the casino must have been leaking carbon monoxide because she was in a parking lot, a casino parking lot. So if there is poison or there is monoxide being, in the area to poison them, then it would fall back on the casino. So I'm hoping that's who they're, trying to get a warrant for, and who they're hoping to, arrest for, this, for what happened to these kids. Now on the flip side, okay, this is something that people been posting. I guess there was a. They said a mother who lost her two kids after they froze to death was spotted last night on someone's Facebook Live. Then it says at the bottom it says, "What if she dancing now but cried in the bathroom? Like grief is so weird." I mean, why are we following her? Her parties now. Like, I mean, I don't care. Like, all I really cared about was hearing about the kids. That was sad. And then I liked hearing about her getting a place to live. And now at this point in time, I'm just hoping that they're not trying to charge her with anything on those children's death. Because don't get me wrong, I mean, it definitely falls back on the responsibility of the mother to take care of the children, of course. But if the mother needs help and is reaching out for help and is going to homeless shelters in different places trying to get assistance and get help, but nobody's giving her help, then these children die in the cold. Then, if the mother's doing everything that she can to try to get them assistance and get them help, then we can't blame her for what happened. I mean, you can if you want to, but I mean, in all actuality, you would have to blame the individuals who chose not to give her any help, who chose to, turn her away and say, "Nah, girl, you got it. Take care of your business." Those are the ones who, try to be feeling some type of way. But yeah, and for her being out, I don't care nothing about her dancing and being out, whatever. Like, she probably needs to, I don't know what's changed since her two kids have passed away, but if she's still homeless living in a van, then anywhere with some heat is probably, I don't care if it's a party there or not. Like, shit, I'm here chilling and kicking it. And maybe her kids are even in there, you know what I'm saying, making sure that don't nothing happen to them. So, I mean, people, we definitely, be doing too much on this goddamn internet for real when it comes to, following people. Because I'm like, why would you even care that she's on Facebook? Like, let her say, like, she just lost two of her kids. Whatever she's going through, hey, that might be part of her, her way of getting over the situation. Because I don't know how I would act with something like that. You know what I mean? I don't know what I would do. You know what I'm saying? So, I just hope that, like I said in the beginning, I just hope that they're not trying to bring charges against her. I hope they're trying to get charges against the casino. And if they do, then I hope the casino pays and, takes care of her too. And, take responsibility for whatever they did if it was carbon, because obviously it was carbon monoxide poisoning. So how? That's the next question. How did the kids get poisoned by carbon monoxide if they weren't in like a garage with the car running? Because once again, we all know the car needs to be running in order for people to get carbon monoxide poisoning. And if she wasn't in a small garage with the car running, then we can't blame it on her. So you have to look into the casino. At least that's what I would think. But, different strokes for different folks. But I am still upset that my picture is, I'm going to have to go back to my thing because there's got to be something in that. So, the next thing I wanted to talk about, which I'm not going to be able to put up here, but you might be able to hear it.
Anthony Mackie says, "We are lying to our kids. Success is given, not earned." Here it is.
I've been in the business 24 years, right? And I've seen people go from nothing to the biggest stars in the world. I've seen people go.
Let me stop right there. Because what he's talking about is life, period. And that's why I can't never have an issue with nepotism. Like, I applaud LeBron for doing what he did. They do it to us all the time. So before I keep going with him, he's talking about movies, right? And how people can movies and walk in and be and pick him and bro, that happens in regular everyday fucking corporate life. How many times have you been working at a job and you've been there for, 5, 10 years or whatever, and then, some white guy comes in and next thing he's getting promoted before you. He starts at the same, like you've been there, let's say you've been there 5 years. He starts in the same position as you. Boop, boop. I'm here 5. He's only been here today. And let's say in the next year, he gets promoted. While you still here where you put in your 5, 6, 7 years, you still here. But he walked in, did a year, and got promoted. Same shit, bro. So let's go.
From one role to winning Academy Awards and doing all this. And what I realized yesterday thinking about it, we're lying to our kids, dog. And I think that's a big problem in our community. We tell our kids that.
Now, when he says we're lying to our kids, he's absolutely positively right. Because I think a lot of us teach our kids from a past mentality, a worker's mentality, a Christian mentality. And when I say that, when I bring Christianity in it, I'm bringing that in there because, I remember when I was growing up, my parents used to say shit like, money's the root of all evil. And, what other things that they used to tell me that I used to be like, that doesn't make any sense. But I remember money is the root of all evil. Like, it was so many things that seemed like in Christianity or in the Bible, it was saying things about how money wasn't important. How, like, you don't need money. Money isn't all that. It's all about, believing and things of that nature. And if you believe, then you'll get everything that you want. Nah, that's not how this shit works for real. But that's a way to pacify people into thinking that's how shit works. And I feel like, what he's saying, like I said, we're going to finish it up, but I just want to stop because every time he says something, it makes me think of something different. But yeah, I think that we definitely teach our children from a worker's perspective and not from a boss's perspective. Like, we teach our children how to get up and go to work. We don't teach our children how to get up and be a boss. How to get up and, work out, read, do something, stay productive, use your mind, think of something, that nobody else has ever thought of. We definitely have gotten to the point where we're just like, I think we're getting out of that now, but I know when I was coming up, that's all it was about. Go to school, get a good job, go to school, go to college, get a good job. That was like that was what was supposed to happen. Now, I didn't follow those rules. I didn't go to college. I mean, I went to college, but I didn't graduate. But I did get the debt. So, crazy, right? But yeah, he's right because we're not like the things that black people teach their kids are not the same things white people, Asian people, I would even go as far as to say Latino people. Like, I would say every other ethnicity raises their kids differently than us. Because once again, they're coming from a place where they weren't slaves. They don't have a slave mentality. They don't think about slavery and what happened during slavery. If they do think about it, they think about it being empathetic towards us. But they don't have to think about it when it comes to them directly because they know that they weren't slaves. So it's just a different way of raising your kids. You're going to raise your kids different because they were never slaves. Their history isn't slavery, and their history isn't, white power structure trying to keep them down with different, with different things, trying to keep black people from being successful. So, but once again, we still continue to do the same thing. Teach our kids, get up, go to school. After you go to school, you got go to college, and after you go to college, you're gonna get you a good job. You're gonna do this, and we know, for us, that shit is totally not guaranteed. But what is guaranteed for us is if we start our own businesses and we teach our children to be their own bosses and to have their own inventory and their own employees and to build in the community and try to help their community and things of that nature, then, that's the type of things that I think other cultures teach their children. Especially the Jewish culture, they teach their children about money and about using money and about keeping the money in the community. I mean, I even like in the Christianity, it's like, don't pray for money. Like, you're supposed to pray for other things. I believe with Jewish people, they literally pray for money. Then when they get the money, they thank God for the money. Then they keep going. Like, they literally, instead of them shunning money and being like, oh no, money's the root of all evil, you got to decipher that shit yourself. No, it's like, yo, money, we got to get this shit. Look, this is how we gonna get it. And then once you get it, this is what you do with it. You pray for the money. Then when he blesses you with the money, then you take the money and bless somebody else with the money. Then they gonna keep, it's just a different way. They're totally raising their children different than ours. And that's one of the reasons why, our children stay in the working class when it comes to corporate America, just corporate America.
And this is fresh on my heart. Like, I literally just came to this conclusion last night. We tell our kids if they do right and they make the good grades and they go to the programs and they will become successful. If you work hard enough, your work will be paid off. And that's not true. Success is given. It's not earned. Because you can be the most brilliant. If one person don't tap you, each one of y'all. There were people who could hit harder, who could catch better, who could run faster. But somebody said, you're the one. And the other 50 behind you fell off.
Order the full mass. Let us discuss. Captain America star Anthony Mackie went on the Pivot podcast this week, and his comments about achieving success has gone viral, with many online arguing that he has a strong point, and I concur. In the field that Mackie works in, the movie industry is notorious for paying people of color much less than their white counterparts. Inequality stemming from racism is deeply rooted in the entertainment industry. In 2018, Chadwick Boseman starred in Marvel's Black Panther. He was paid $2 million for a starring role. However, Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans made over $20 million for their roles. And we all know how big Black Panther was, right? We've had multiple actors and actresses on this program, on Indisputable, talking about the same thing, the inequity of pay, and how the inequity of pay goes beyond just television. It goes into all permeations of entertainment.
And Shaw, this is I'm getting this information. This is the Young Turks website. Young Turks is a pretty dope website. Pretty dope YouTube page that I follow. So that's where that information comes from, Young Turks. But I'm not gonna go to that whole thing. Let me see if he gets into anything else about Mackie. But yeah, like he said, if nobody picks you, then you guys don't become successful. Like he said, you guys, there was somebody who could throw faster than you, or could hit better than you, or could run better than whatever. But somebody picked you. And by them picking you, you became successful. Had they not picked you, would you have been the same success? Maybe, but guess what? In order for that to come, somebody else is going to have to pick you. Like, one thing that I think we should start teaching our children is about working together. It's about cooperation, collaboration. networking. You know, teach your kids how to, walk into a room and shake a hand and look people in the eyes and talk to them with respect and, things of that nature, because your relationships are going to get you real far in life. And that's what we should be teaching our kids from the jump. Hey, yeah, you go to school and do your work and do all the shit that I tell you to do because I'm your father and I want you to do what I tell you to do. But when all the stuff that I told you to do is done, we're going to have a conversation about, the future and about the future and about putting yourself in situations to be successful. I'm a music producer. So when I say put myself in positions to be successful, then I may take a trip to Atlanta to meet, some people and to do some networking. Once again, to meet people that may have an opportunity for me to be successful. If I go to LA, I mean, it's the same thing. It's all like I go to LA to the ASCAP Expo. Met a lot of dope people out there, dope artists, dope producers, people to network with, all type of people. But had I not taken that trip, then I wouldn't have met those people. Got a lot of useful information as well. So yeah, I mean, this day and age, working for a young, black person to work a 9 to 5, you're going to be overworked and underpaid. Period. And it definitely messes with your mental health because, you're coming in that bitch working, busting your butt, and you're getting paid little to nothing. And then you see this manager come in who is not your ethnicity. And they come in, the first thing they doing is bossing you around, telling you to do more stuff. And they're doing stuff, but they're not doing half as much stuff as you. And they definitely make more money than you because they're the manager. But, that's just what being a worker is. It's just what being a modern day slave is. Like overworked and underpaid. And it's always going to be like that. They're never going to pay you what you feel your value is. So that's why you have to teach your children to figure out what their value is. Like what's your value? What do you do good? What if somebody was to pay you, how much would you want them to pay you to do the things that you do? What can you do good? Like one of the things that I told my son when he was young, like when he was a kid, like he's only 8, so he's still growing. But I'm already telling him like, yo, bro, I want you to get your barber's license. Nigga's 8 years old. I'm like, yo, bro, yeah, probably gonna get you, need to get your barber's license when you get out of high school so you could just have a way to make money whenever you want to make money, wherever you want to make money. Like, I'm probably about to go get my barber's license just so I can have it. Like, I don't care about cutting hair, but if I get my license, I know people who have barbershops where I could be like, yo, hey man, can I come work at your barbershop? And them niggas will be like, yeah, nigga, come through. Because I got my license. Same thing if I want to open a barbershop. Now I can open my own barbershop because I have a barber's license. So I mean, it's just little things like that we have to teach our kids early so that they don't have to depend on no paycheck every 2 weeks or have to depend on a white manager promoting them or giving them a raise. I mean, man, I've been in so many damn corporations where it's like, oh, we give you a raise every year, and the raise be fucking 25 cents, 50 cents. Like, nigga, what? Like, I can't do shit with this. Yeah, this is just, this is every raise. Man, what the fuck? No, it's not worth it. But, I know he feeling it because, like he said, how the hell Chadwick Boseman get $2 million for Black Panther, and Robert Downey Jr. and Liam's at $20 million? Damn, they couldn't even get a nigga 10. That's fucked up, man. That's messed up, yo. So, and just to top it all off, I think now, because they was dogging, the new Captain America. Now the new Captain America has grossed, I believe they said, 300 and 318 million or something like that. So they done made their money back for sure, for sure. So hopefully we won't hear too much more about that nonsense. But yeah, man, like I say, hopefully the young lady, they're not trying to put her in jail. I hope they're not. And yeah, we got to teach our kids that, if you want to be successful, it's like preparation meeting opportunity. And then plus, depending on what you want to be, also depends on where because if you want to be an actor, then there's a lot of different things there's a lot of different avenues that you're going to have to travel, a lot of different things you got to take, a lot of different, it's just, acting is not easy, you know what I'm saying? Nothing is easy, but, something like that where the disparity of money, like I can see a nigga like, damn, I got $2 million for that movie. Then turn around and see another white man get $20 million for a movie that didn't even do as good. Or it might have did as good, because we all know the Avengers and Marvel is motherfucker. But still, I don't think that's fair at all. And, going back to what he said, it's just about telling our kids to boss up, be your own boss, or if you do want to be, a musician or actor, then you have to put yourself in a position to be picked. That's it. You got to put yourself in a position for somebody to see you and say, hey, what do you do? Or, hey, I like what you do. I'm going to mess with you. Or, that's all it takes. But that's business. That's always business. That's always business. That's customer service. That's business. People going, hey, I like you. You seem cool. That's why people tell you when you go into certain places, like, don't act like an asshole. You know what I'm saying? Don't be disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? Act like you got some damn sense, because you never know who's in that room who may be able to help you get to the next level. So, but yeah, so I just wanted to speak on that right quick. I'm about to get up out of here, but I appreciate the love, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you guys click the link in the bio, like, subscribe, you know what to do. All my Twitch people, I appreciate y'all. Peace.